Itulo provisorio. Superando a melancolia. Senza cauda exclusão e tristeza tá profunda. In a sprawling city where skyscrapers whispered ancient secrets to the restless wind and the distant traffic hummed a forgotten song, lived an artist named Lena. Since childhood, she carried an invisible weight, a melancholy that wasn't her own, a sadness so profound it seemed to stem from generations long past. Her shoulders sagged beneath this silent burden, and no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't find complete joy or a clear purpose. Every step in her life felt like a battle against an undertow, pulling her back to a place she never knew, yet felt in every fiber of her being. Before we continue, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe for more stories like this. Let's dive back in. Lena was a gifted artist. Her hands created beauty, but her heart remained veiled. She strived to build a life, to start a family, to achieve career success, but every attempt ended in bitter frustration. Relationships dissolved without explanation. Projects faded before they could bloom. It was as if an unseen force prevented her from moving forward, chaining her to a past that was not hers, yet claimed her with the persistence of a shadow. The worst was the feeling of exclusion. Lena watched other people flow easily through life, finding their place, feeling part of something bigger. But her? She felt like an outsider, always on the fringe, like a solitary tree planted in sterile city pavement, unable to establish deep roots. Sometimes, looking in the mirror, Lena saw not just her own eyes, but the eyes of someone else, a ghostly presence that haunted her with a heavy silence. Her breaking point came on a rainy afternoon, right after a prestigious downtown gallery rejected her latest body of work, calling it technically stunning, but utterly soulless. Those words echoed in her inner emptiness. Lena collapsed. Sitting on the cold floor of her spacious but lonely loft studio, surrounded by unfinished canvases and inert brushes, she wept. She wept for herself, for her pain, and for that unknown presence that seemed to inhabit her soul. In that moment of utter despair, she didn't cry for help but for understanding. An understanding that could finally set her free. As the last tears rolled down, a shadow moved in the studio's dim light. It wasn't an ordinary shadow, but a dense form that slowly materialized in a dusty corner. Lena raised her eyes, not with fear, but with a strange resignation. Before her was not a ghost, but an imposing figure with golden eyes that seemed to have witnessed eternity. It was the owl, the sage who sees the hidden. The owl made no sound as it perched on an easel. Its eyes fixed on Lena, it spoke with a soft, ancient voice, like the rustling of dry leaves in the wind. "You are stumbling, my dear, because you refuse to look at the shadow walking beside you. A shadow that is not yours, yet insists on being seen. You try to shake it off, but it only clings tighter. Give it a name, and it will cease to be a phantom and become an ancestor." Lena frowned, confused. A shadow, an ancestor? "I don't understand. I am Lena. I just want to be free." The owl blinked slowly. "Freedom begins with truth. Tell me about your family, Lena, about those who were forgotten, those whom no one speaks of, about the secrets locked away in the darkness of the years." Lena hesitated. "My grandmother. She never spoke about her older brother, Daniel. He was different. He died very young, in a tragic way. It was always a forbidden topic." The owl's voice became firmer. "Ah, Daniel, the excluded one, the unnamed. His pain was so great it could not be contained just within him. It flowed into the system, seeking a gentle heart that could carry it. And you, Lena, with your big heart, you took it in unknowingly. Your story, just like Lena's, may have deep and invisible roots. If you are finding value and resonance in these fables, please leave your like on this video and subscribe to the Systemic Fables channel. Help us bring more wisdom and healing to those seeking to understand the secrets of their own journeys. And if this story has touched you, share in the comments what Daniel or the owl made you feel. Your perspective is important to us." The owl continued. "Daniel did not want you to carry his burden, Lena. He merely wanted to be seen, recognized as part of the web, even if his story was painful. Your melancholy is the echo of unmourned grief, of unhonored pain. When someone is excluded, the system, in its blind love, causes another member to represent them until the order is restored. You became Daniel, in the subconscious hope of giving him a place once more. A slow, painful understanding began to dawn on Lena. The sadness she felt was not hers, but it was a silent tribute. A lament for someone who had been swept under the rug of family memory? The soulless canvases were the reflection of Daniel's excluded soul, crying out for recognition. The owl dipped its head. Now you can give him his place. There is no need for judgment, only for acknowledgement. Look upon him in your heart. Thank him for all he represented, for all he brought to your family, even in the pain. Say to him, you belong. You are part of us. And now, Daniel, I am free to be myself. Lena closed her eyes. In her mind, she visualized a faded shadow gaining form, the figure of a young man with sorrowful eyes. She looked at him, not with pity, but with deep respect and love. You belong, Daniel, she whispered, the words heavy with emotion. You are part of us. And now, I am free to be Lena, with all the love and life waiting for me. When she opened her eyes, the owl was gone, leaving only a sense of lightness and a soft light in the studio. The weight on her shoulders had lifted. The persistent melancholy dissipated, replaced by a serene peace. Lena picked up a new brush. For the first time in years, she didn't feel the need to copy the pain. She felt the urgency to create, to paint the life that finally awaited her, with all its vibrant colors and her own unique soul. The river of her life, once dammed, now flowed freely, carrying her toward a bright future, rooted in her own truth. Lena's story reminds us that we are part of a larger system, and that love at times entangles us in destinies that are not ours. But truth and recognition have the power to set us free, allowing life and love to flow again. If this fable resonated with you, leave your like, subscribe to the Systemic Fables channel for more stories of overcoming and healing, and share this video with someone who needs to find their own truth. And please leave a comment below. We want to know, what shadow is walking beside you, waiting to be seen? Now I ask you, are you ready to break free from the invisible burdens stopping you from moving forward? Unlock your systemic freedom. Click the link in the description to purchase our exclusive ebook, The Power of Family Constellations. It's your affordable guide to systemic freedom that will bring you clarity on where you are and what you can do to resolve conflicts with your ancestors, finally, liberating you to live the life you were born to live. The link is right below. It was a pleasure having you with me. I'll see you in the next video.